my name's Maeve, and I am the Student and Grad Engagement Executive from Engineers Ireland. So I work promoting the student membership to all the different universities. So some of you might have met me at different events throughout the year on the different campuses. And then the purpose of this event is to introduce you to the Young Engineer Societies and what they have involved of coming up for the next for 2024. So we're going to be talking with our chair people of the Young Engineer Society nationwide, the Young Engineer Society in Cork, in the Thomond region, and our newly established South-East region as well. So we'll hear from each of them on the events they've done in the past and what they have coming up and how you can get involved. But before we get into that, I am going to run through a little bit on our free student membership. So some of you may be members with us already, and that's fantastic. If you're not, the QR code that's shown on the screen right now is for our free student membership. So that is free throughout all your years of study. It goes on to your master's and then onto a free graduate year as well. So I'll run you through the benefits you have with your free student membership and a little bit on Engineers Ireland if you're just getting to know us right now. So we are the professional body that represents engineers in the country. So no matter what discipline of engineering you're studying, we are the professional body for you. We were established in 1835 and we have 25,000 members. So we're actually one of the oldest and largest professional bodies in the country. And one of our main responsibilities is awarding the registered professional titles. So that is the likes of your engineering technician, associate engineer, chartered engineer, and fellow titles. And we're kind of considered the professional home for engineers. So no matter where your career takes you, Engineers Ireland is the professional body for you. So I'll run through quickly some of the benefits of having your free student membership. So particularly for students, it's really important to start getting to know the industry, and through different networking events, we make that really easy. So through our regions, divisions and societies, we host events just like this webinar, where you can start to get to know engineers already working in different sectors, and see what your career has in store for you through getting to know other engineers. We also have a lot of volunteering opportunities, specifically with going back to primary and secondary schools with our STEPS program, and CPD is also a huge part of what we do. So that is your continuous professional development. If any of you on this call are students, this isn't something that really applies right now as you're flat out in college all the time. But if any of you are recent grads, continuous professional development is so important for your career, and it makes it quite simple to build up those hours when you are a member with us. You'll also have access to exclusive reports. So, one that usually piques the most interest is our salary survey. So, that is exactly what it says on the tin. We survey all of our members on their salary and then we distribute that out. So, if you are applying for jobs, for graduate programs, or looking for any information on that, it can be a really good resource to have to back up going for any kind of raises and that as well. It's a great way to stay up with engineering news. We have our Engineers Journal, we have our Amplified podcast, which keeps you up to date on everything that's going on. So I mentioned it's a great way to learn new skills. So that's through our CPD courses, through webinars like this, and they all build up your CPD as well. And then, of course, for applying for a professional title. So, if down the line you are considering any of the professional titles as the sole body that awards those titles, we're the place you're going to go to for any information on that. And then through us, there's also international recognition. So, for example, through our Chartered Engineer title, that is recognized in 6 different countries. So, if you're considering traveling in your career, a professional title can make that a little bit easier for you. So you don't just have to be studying engineering for your free student membership. We also accept memberships for qualifications relating to engineering. So if you study any of the ones mentioned above, you are eligible for your free student membership. The accreditation of engineering courses is also another huge part of what we do. So that is going to the universities and through a panel of experts approving and accrediting courses and giving you a pathway to your registered professional title. So again, this is just how you can get your free student membership. So there's the QR code. You can also follow us on Instagram and go through the link in our bio that way as well. And of course, you can just simply go to our website, click students, and become a member that way as well. Then it's 2 steps in the application process: your personal details and your college email address, and then just select the course you're studying. It'll come through to us, and then you'll have your membership approved. So 25,000 members is a lot of people, so we divvy them up in a couple of different ways. And one way we do that is through our regions. So we have 12 different regions varying across Ireland and abroad as well. So you can join any of the regions, whether it's where you live or study, and they're all run by committees of engineers who host events online and in person throughout the year. We also have our divisions as well, so you can get involved in our divisions. Again, it doesn't have to be the division you're studying in. These are all run by engineers working in those different sectors. So they're really topical events that they'll be hosting online and in person for you to attend. And then, of course, we have societies as well. So, like we're here to speak about today, our Young Engineer Society is usually our most popular one with our students and grads. But we also have a variety of other ones there for whatever your interests are in. This is what your membership profile looks like when you're set up. So if you have never logged into your profile, this is what it will look like. And this is where you can set those interests. So whether that's the discipline you're like to get notifications on, the region, the divisions, just select the touch button beside that, hit save, and then you'll start getting emails whenever they're hosting any in-person, online webinars, events, anything like that. I mentioned our publication. So our salary survey 2024 just came out about a month ago. And then we also have our barometer report, which came out just a couple of weeks ago too, which looks at engineering as a sector in the country too. So you'll have access to all of those. Another great benefit of your student membership is also getting to upgrade to your graduate membership for free. So once you have a student membership, when you get to your final year, we'll email you letting you know that you can avail of your free graduate membership. And then once you have that, you can continue on with your membership at a discount rate for up to 5 years after you graduate. So it's a great thing to get sorted now. It's get your student membership so you can upgrade when the time comes and avail of all those discounts. And a little bit on our professional titles. So this is one of the most important roles that we have, which is awarding the titles. So it's engineering technician, associate engineer, chartered engineer, and fellow. And why would you apply for the professional title? So a lot of you are either working in the beginnings of your career, or you're students thinking about your career path. And basically, you'll gain a lot of experience, and you can get a badge of excellence across the experience that you get from your peers. It's often seen that when you have a professional title, it gives you a competitive advantage when you're applying for jobs, and it can maximize your earning potential. For any civil engineers on the call, it's really important for tenders and projects, and it also has international recognition. So, for example, our chartered engineer title is recognized in 6 different countries, which can make for your travels a little bit easier. So that's the QR code there if you did miss it for your free student membership. So you can work away and scan through that as well. Next, I'm going to introduce you to our chairperson of our Young Engineer Society. That is kind of the overall one. So that is Manasvi. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and allow Manasvi to share her screen and talk you through her plans for 2024 and the Young Engineer Society.
Hello everyone, my name is Manasvi Srivastav and I'm a civil engineer at E3 in Dublin. And tonight I'm here as the chairperson of the Young Engineers Society. I just wanted to reiterate what Maeve mentioned about the student membership and the graduate membership, which is both of which are free, and then you have discounted memberships for the subsequent 3 years. And I was lucky enough to get this the free membership and discount. And yeah, I just want to emphasize that a lot of employers really like to see that you have a professional membership, and just they think that you are committed to the future and interested in professional growth, like chartered engineer and stuff. So it's really great to get involved with Engineers Ireland at this stage. And it also really sets you apart when you're applying for a job. It gives you that edge over the other candidates. And yeah, so it's great to get involved with Engineers Ireland when you're a student or if you're recently graduated. So, Young Engineers Society. So, we are a group of engineering students and professional engineers who organize events that are geared for professional and personal growth of young engineers in Ireland. And anyone under the age of 35 is eligible to join the society. Our events include technical webinars, CV workshops, and social and networking events and site visits. You can join the Young Engineers Society. You first have to be a member of Engineers Ireland, and then you can attend our annual general meeting, which usually happens in May. Or you can reach out to the chairperson or the secretary anytime during the year, and we are welcoming new members anytime during the year. So yeah. get involved. So here are the committee roles. It's mostly the chairperson, vice chairperson, secretary, and a lot of liaison officers. And we also have something called the ordinary committee members, where you can really join the committee as an ordinary member and get involved, get the feel for it, and understand what's involved, and just progress your way in the committee. So I joined the committee as an ordinary committee member in 2021, and then I moved on to becoming a PRO, and then I'm the chairperson now. So it was really great to have those different roles in the committee. And this is the committee for this year. And as you know, Dennis, he is also the chairperson of Thomond region, and some of the great people and great team, and really like interested in the professional growth and organizing events for young engineers. So yeah. And here are some of the other people who are on the committee, and you can see, as you can see, we have a lot of ordinary committee members. So it's not a pressure that you have to hold a particular role, or you have to do a lot of things. You have to take on a lot of responsibilities. You can just be an ordinary committee member and get involved and just do your part. And these are some of the past events that we organized last year. And we usually have an in-person committee meeting once a year or twice a year. And then we have social events like Christmas party, Halloween party, and summer barbecue. And we also had this networking and quiz event in October, which was really fun. And it's just like good crack. And we also have events with Toastmasters on public speaking made easy, and a lot of events that really help you to grow professionally in your work environment. These are some of the upcoming events. We have an event on chartered engineer status on 26th of March. So please join that. And it's during lunchtime, 1 to 2 p.m. So we have Andrew Kennedy as one of the speakers, and Bandel as the second speaker, who will share his experience of getting the chartered engineer title. And he is one of the members on our committee. And we are also co-hosting an event with Water and Environment Society sometime in March. And we are also planning a site visit to Mount Lucas Wind Farm in April. And another professional LinkedIn and CV workshop, we are looking to organize it in April. Yeah, we'll have our annual general meeting in May. So, and we'll post everything. We'll post updates on the date and time and location on our socials. So please follow us on our socials. I'll share the details of our socials later in the slide. And here's some more events. Summer barbecue, which will happen in August or September of this year. And we have a technical webinar on wireless lab technology from Kobiax in September as well. And a lot of, again, the networking and quiz event in October. It is a collab between all the Young Engineer Society. So it's really great. And we have food and drinks and spot prizes as well. So really nice. And we're also looking to organize a renewable energy webinar series on a lot of renewable energy technologies. And we'll co-host that with the Energy and Climate Action Division. And if you think you can't join the Young Engineer Society because of any reason, there are a lot of other societies and divisions and regions, as Maeve mentioned earlier. You could join those and just like get involved and attend events that would help build your CPD. And you can select this as an interest on your membership page to get updates about the events organized by the Young Engineers Society. And here you can follow us on our socials. We are on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, X, and this is our official email address. So if anyone wants to reach out, I leave this for a second. Okay, yeah, that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Manasvi. That's great. There's a lot coming up, and the quiz event we had in October was a great event.
Yeah.
Met a lot of people at that, so it was a great one to get everyone together. So next we're going to hear from Kate from our Young Engineer Society in Cork region.
My name is Kate and I'm the chairperson for the Young Engineers Society in Cork. I got involved back in 2020 in the middle of COVID, and I was the Dublin liaison officer starting off. Then I was PRO. I did some secretary work as well, and now I'm the chairperson of the committee. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you all through our annual and event calendar for 2023-2024. It's the third year that we've done this calendar, and yeah, I'll just bring you through, I suppose, some of the events coming up and some of the things that we've done over the last couple of months as well, in 2023 and the start of 2024, and just introduce you to a small bit about YES Cork and a small bit on the committee as well. So a lot of this kind of overlaps with what Maeve and Manasvi have been saying previously, but I suppose we'll just start off with the becoming a member of Engineers Ireland. We are on our social medias, so we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have X, and we also have LinkedIn. For anyone who is interested in following us on social media to keep up with our events, please do so. And the QR codes here as well, you can scan, but they're the same that Maeve would have shown previously. So just in the calendar this year, we just showed, I suppose, the benefits of the membership and all the different things that you can access as part of your membership. And just a small bit how the Young Engineers Society in Cork is supporting the professional and personal development of all young engineering students and professionals. So we have just a flyer inside in the calendar for just in general, if you want to become a member of Engineers Ireland, student membership, and as well your graduate membership. And we just said we popped it into the calendar for anyone, depending on what branch of engineering or what stage you're at in your career. So then we'll go on to the table of contents, just so there was a quick chairperson's welcome for myself, a small synopsis on 2023 and 2024, a quick meet the committee, and then a summary of events. We work very, very closely with our senior committee, so they left a message for us that I included in the annual this year. So we would liaise a lot with them, and to ensure that I suppose we're trying to, I suppose, promote the Young Engineers Society in the Cork region, and then helping to promote as well the senior committee in the region as well. We also have a lot of partnerships with local companies and businesses. Arup have always been a great supporter of us, and we're also working with other companies as well, such as Qualcomm. They've been fantastic as well. So we're, I suppose, delighted that we're still able to partner with these companies and to partner with others, hopefully in the future as well. So I will go through some of our events, but first I will go through our Meet the Committee. So we've lots of people across various industries on the committee and doing various roles. We have people who are students, people who are just out of college, and people who are also in the early stages of their career. So we have myself as the chairperson, we have Renelle, our vice chairperson, John is our steps officer, with Killian as our OCM, Patrick's our treasurer, Dennis is our OCM. We have another OCM, Michelle Jun. Deepak is also another OCM. So again, it's similar to the National Young Engineers Society. There's no limit on the amount of OCMs that we have in Cork either. So if you'd like to get involved, not with a specific role, but just get involved with the society and to get involved with different events, we'd love to have you. We also have Zaida as our secretary, Claudia as our UCC rep, and Luke as our MTU rep. So we will similarly have an AGM in May, the date and time to be confirmed, but we are looking for people who are interested across multiple roles, for multiple disciplines, and if you're interested, definitely reach out because we'd love to hear from you. And there's a few photos of us all looking lovely at our various events. We have different events like our gala dinner every year. We have our site visits like you can see here. We also get involved with the Darkness into Light every year as well to raise some money for charity. We also get involved with STEPS outreach stuff as well, and in the Old Cork Waterworks as well. As part of Engineers Week, we got involved with that too. And then we also have some fun as the committee as well. So we did some axe throwing there, I think it was last April. So we do a lot of work, but we also have some fun as well while doing it. And again, then I suppose, yeah, just another poster from Qualcomm with all the work and the help that they gave us over the last couple of months and years. So now I'll go into the 2023-2024 summary of events. So we've had a very busy couple of months, and we're looking forward to seeing what the rest of the months for 2024 semester holds. So we started off with our Global Engineers series in March 2023, followed swiftly then by our AGM in June, where we got a tour of the Tyndall Institute in Cork City, and we elected our new committee members for the year. We then started off in September, so we usually take a break in the middle of the summer, and we started off with our Meet the Committee. And we also do a lot of talks and presentations in colleges. So we went to UCC and we spoke to the first years during their orientation. And we also got involved with the Coffees Without Borders with the Engineers Without Borders Society in UCC. So not only are we also collaborating with the colleges, we're also collaborating with the societies within the colleges as well, which is great to get to know different people from the various disciplines. So then we also got involved with our STEPS volunteer training workshop. And as Manasvi mentioned, the network and quiz event, it was a hybrid event with the 3 Young Engineers Societies at the time. And hopefully now with South-East region coming online at this stage, next year there will be the 4 of us, which is great to hear. We've also got involved with the STEMspiration event, which was a collaboration with the UCC Biomedical Society and WeSTEM in MTU. We also helped out with some fundraising for the Movember quiz in UCC, where there was a load of different societies involved in raising money for charity. I also gave a presentation as well at the start of this year to engineering students in UCC who are in first year. It's a common entry in first year UCC, so I was kind of giving them a presentation as to why they should pick process and chemical engineering, because it's the one that I did, so I'm a small bit biased with that one. But yeah, just give a presentation and kind of give them, I suppose, an outlook on the career paths that are available for process and chemical engineering students. But the great thing about engineering, as you probably seen at this stage, is that the world really is your oyster. And then we went on to do our Engineers Ireland Cork Region Gala dinner in February. Got involved with Engineers Week then as well in March. So we did the volunteering at the Old Cork Waterworks with STEPS Engineering Fun Day, and we also held a CV and early careers workshop as well in MTU. So we got different people from various areas of industry to talk about their careers to date, and we also got a member of PepsiCo HR to come in and talk to students as well. And then tonight we're doing the student and graduate webinar. So we included just some of our posters, and then this is just going to be a quick outlook as well on the rest of the year. So this is kind of what I've spoken to date. We will also have I suppose we have monthly committee meetings as well. And there'll be a committee-only event just at the end of April, just to commemorate all the hard work that everyone's been doing over the last couple of months. And then we'll also, as I said, get involved with May Day, Darkness into Light, and also the AGM will be towards the end of May. The 20th is provisional, but that it might be subject to change. We will also have our annual barbecue as well in June, and also get involved with Women in Engineering Day 2024. So we have a lot of things coming up, and there'll be more events being posted as well over the next couple of weeks and months, especially when we start into the next semester in September 2024. So I suppose the best advice I can give you is to keep an eye on our socials and make sure to follow us. These are our various social media platforms, and they're also our email addresses if you want to reach out at any stage via email, and one of us will be available to answer it. So yeah, that's me, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kate. It's great. It's such a great way to display it all as well in the annual. It looks fantastic. So next we're going to have Dennis from the Thomond region.
So, hello everyone. So I'm a chairperson of Young Engineering Society Thomond region. Same as Cork, so we are working closely with senior committee, where we support them with their events, and also we create some of our events. But majorly we support them because they are seniors in the region, and they would have their own contacts with the companies and so on. So through them we have company site visits and so on. So what do we offer? So opportunities for the growth as an engineer, and later on in the slides you will see what type of opportunities. So one of them would be events to talk with basically as it said there, as professionally and personally. So what that means is basically we collaborate with senior committees, with industries in the region, and provide a platform where you can network with everyone on that. So in the next slide, then. So as I mentioned, site visits would be one of the big things, because here you get in touch with industry, you create a network with seniors from the company, from the senior committee of Engineers Ireland, Thomond region, etc. So engineering information events, that means webinars, basically webinars on all different types of things. So if you're in masters or PhD or something, you have some interesting topic to talk about, you can host a webinar based on anything that you are working on. So information promotional events. So we do one of the slides there would show you one of the big events in this region is Explore Engineering. So basically that event is bringing companies in one place, like Shannon Airport here in Thomond region, and companies would have their own stands. Engineers Ireland would have their own stand, and then we provide you basically with this stand where you can talk with other people and get to know people from other companies, as well as chat with young students from secondary and so on, where you would kind of motivate them to get into engineering and tell them how fun it is to be in this career. So supporting young innovators in our region. So we had, for example, on LinkedIn, we would reshare your posts and so on. And if there is any way how we can help you to promote your project or something like that, you would let us know, and we can help you kind of build some kind of network around that. So then engagement with other engineering societies in universities. So this means that we collaborate on certain events. So as Kate Manasvi mentioned, so we have this pub quiz night where we collaborate together on that event in October usually. So we would have a hybrid event where we have 10 questions here, 10 questions in Cork, and etc. So we have pub quiz night like that, and we have other trivia events here where we collaborate with societies inside of university here, which is more kind of local, while the first event that I mentioned is more kind of national event. And then we had recently this interesting idea of let's just have a coffee with engineers, and we did. So we had around 20 people there in UL. So basically just talking about upcoming events and how they can join. And some people never heard about it, Young Engineering Society. So we were chatting around on like how can they contribute and how can they join us, right? And I mentioned table quizzes already. So we can go to the next slide, which I believe, it shows the posters that we created for site visit. So on the left was a site visit in Future Mobility Campus. So it's an impressive facility here with innovation technology, and it's basically a hub for a few companies. So in that site visit, people who attended had the opportunity to kind of see what are they working on, and to see like how can we collaborate in future events. So on the right, you can see event that was hosted by Reliance Automation in analog devices, but we helped them kind of promote it and share it with our engineers here in our platform. So basically, you would be more informed if you join Young Engineering Society of what type of engineering events are in the region, basically. And as I mentioned, Explore Engineering, huge event. So I am not sure how many companies were there on the day, but close to 100, I'd say, because all the companies from the region would have a table and they would have multiple volunteers there, and everyone who is in this region would know about event. Or if you don't, that's a great opportunity to join a Young Engineering Society and then get to know events in the region, as I mentioned. And then that would be in March. So basically, here you can see this March. On the right hand side is the photo from this March's event, and then on the left hand side is from the last year. And year before we didn't have that, I think, because of the COVID. But if you're interested, you can join us in the next March's event as ambassadors for EngineersIreland. And then, as I mentioned, on the right-hand side, we have innovators in the region. So we would support people as much as we can. So, reshare posts, talk about it, and kind of create this networking opportunity for people to get in touch with them. On the left side, you can see in TUS, Technological University of the Shannon here, we had open day for societies. So basically, there's opportunity to reach out to students, right? So then we would have a table with I had 3D printer here and just chatting basically about our upcoming events and how can we kind of contribute towards building society, young engineering society. And here, Nathan, funny enough, in this photo, he started in collaboration with Young Engineering Society, he started Formula Society here in TUS, which we didn't have before. And now he's looking to get more funding and so on, and we are helping him in promotion on that. And then coffee with engineers in UL, that was pretty interesting, where we had just basically chat before Explore Engineering event in Shannon. And there was 19 people, I think, and most of them haven't heard about Young Engineering Society. So that was a great introduction of basically how you can kind of host events on, anyone can host events. And just if you join, as Manasvi and Kate said, you can join through AGM, you can reach out to us on LinkedIn, Instagram, etc. So there is EngineersIreland Thomond Region Senior Committee, and then you have Young Engineering Society Thomond Region on LinkedIn. So basically, that's it. Sweet and short. I didn't put too much detail, but as I said, in May, you will have AGM where there's going to be restructuring. So you have opportunity to, say what would you like to see in the region,
That's great. Thank you so much, Dennis.
Yep. And the last slide is just the upcoming event, and there's a QR code there if you want to scan it and join us on the European Young Engineers Conference in May. So 4-day conference, and if you have any questions, reach out to us.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
It's great. Thank you very much. And finally, we'll have Dorian, who is from our newly established Young Engineer Society in the Southeast region.
I basically established the Young Engineering Society in the Southeast. I have more than a couple of plans sorted there for our side of things to basically get students hopefully more into engineering. So it doesn't seem like such a chore, and it kind of feels more fun in that respect. But considering the Southeast part, what I want from the young engineers is basically to get as many students and as many institutions and companies to get involved with the organization as possible to actually improve education and build hopefully ingenious projects and design with students in all types of engineering, from civil all the way to computer engineering and mechanical engineering as well, and so on and so forth. I had a lot of students come up to me and ask if we do any sort of aerospace engineering or aeronautical kind of engineering or anything of the sort that could help us kind of expand further on. And I'm looking into that. Hopefully, we'll get some response back from Waterford Airport so we can hopefully test some drones there on that airport and hopefully have a look at some planes and stuff. But at the moment, we're very small. Currently, well, since yesterday, 12 members strong. But it's starting off small, but hopefully we'll grow bigger and bigger. At the moment, the personal goals for our civil society here is to gather as many students as possible and build a strong infrastructure for the organization to be future-proof. I would like to engage with professors and professionals in their respective fields to encourage students to engage in the field and hopefully make engineering fun and lighthearted and not tedious and chore. Because a lot of people, when they come into engineering, first thing they think is math and physics. And when that comes into play, a lot of people are like, oh God, we do not want to look at equations all day. I would like to get engineers to hopefully look at this as a potential networking ground where they can go and meet people that are in their fields so they can actually see what their degree will bring them in the future considering work. Considering upcoming events, we just had an event there in Carlow yesterday where I had some cybersecurity elements in place, like Hack the Box, which I actually had more people look than I expected, to be quite honest. And I had a 3D printer that was printing a lot of stuff that a lot of students enjoyed actually looking at getting printed and taking home because most of them were keychains and small houses and cubes. And I also had a little laser cutter that was engraving stuff, or tried to. At some stage, unfortunately, the little lens kind of was not working with me, but at least we got the Engineers Ireland logo kind of engraved. We next thing that's coming up will be probably meeting with Set of Waterford after Easter to organize events with the university and hopefully get students there to help us expand further. After that, we do have the or European Young Engineers Convention in Limerick happening that is being organized by Dennis, and we have the Young Engineers Committee meeting in May that's happening that will be with our members that will hopefully be plentiful by that time. In that respect, there is a couple of things there from Carlo that I just wanted to show off, including a little 3D printing video that we had there that was printing a small house with a fence and a little doghouse. It does take about an hour to print this little guy, considering that this printer was completely custom made by me and my girlfriend's father. So it did take a little while, but it did the job quite well. Considering future events as well, what I plan to do, considering the upcoming just site visits and stuff, I work at Sanofi as a network engineer, and I would like to actually organize with the head of engineering to hopefully get some of my members to actually visit Sanofi to see the parts of either automation, so they can see how the actual pharmaceutical site works and how does it breathe, and hopefully to see other aspects of it as either computer engineering, and there's a lot of other stuff considering just civil engineering, because we do actually build a lot of things on site, including there's going to be a solar farm being built in the back. That should be coming in the next year, so hopefully they will start construction soon enough, which will be quite interesting to actually see. Considering other stuff, we have volunteering actions that I'm looking into. Currently, there is a couple of things that are organized by Sanofi, and they have agreed, well, we have came to kind of an agreement that I can bring my own members there to hopefully help out, because we will be probably going to places like elderly homes to either present something, help them. There's going to be basically awareness considering homelessness as well as other things. And also for our members, there's going to be portfolio projects that I will be more than happy to help them set up, considering web development, computer programming capabilities, AutoCAD sketches, CNC capabilities, aviation. There is a lot of stuff that I actually have in plan. Just need people to come on board. And that would be all. I just wanted to kind of keep it nice and short, lighthearted. If you don't mind, please do scan the QR codes. Join me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and if you have any inquiries, please don't hesitate to email me.
That's great. Thank you so much, Dorian.
No
So
problem.
yeah, Southeast region are looking for members, committee members. So anybody interested in that area, please more than welcome to get involved